Hello and welcome. We're here together again for another session of Into the Dungeon. My name is Zolivier. If you would like to follow us, you can join our Discord. All of the players are in there, as well as the DM, so if you have any questions, join us there. Besides that, we are streaming on behalf of the Manga Kissa. You can join their Discord as well if you would like. You can also follow them on Facebook, or you could throw a cheeky follow to this Twitch page. And if you have money to spare, a subscription, if you would. Besides that, we would like to extend a very special thank you today to our wonderful resident artist, Sasoriza. In just moments from now, you will see her new handiwork, I reckon. So without further ado, welcome once again, and I hope you enjoy.
Oh, shit.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Dungeon. But what happened last time? Well, of course, Ivory knows everything about that.
Of course, yes, I know everything. So, last time we're on our way to a flying fortress to get some loots, big loots, and we met with Saint Erwin of the Theocracy, which was nice. He's a nice dude, and well, the problem with flying, there was a whole other thing with a mountain and a troll and almost dying and a very, very annoying paladin, which we all loved, right? Yes.
Absolutely.
So we had a bit of a little fight with a troll, and then we went to Erwin, and he basically said there's a couple of ways we can go to the flying castle, including going to the dwarves and ask them to finally repair their freaking airship. I think that was one of the options. Maybe someone else has more wisdom to share. Or not.
Yeah, I have some options that I have mentioned. So, there are Erin proposed three ways to go about this. The first is going to the dwarves. The second, building one yourself, and he can provide some of the resources but not everything. Or you find another way to get up there. And with this choice in mind, a new dawn rises. In the tent camp, in a safe valley, close to the flying fortress that's bombarding the area. And this is where we start off.
Well, as Salafier already mentioned a little, we have new art.
Whoa!
It is fantastic. I do have to say, it's kind of weird to look at and be like, oh, this is not the art that I'm used to, but it looks so good.
It is really good.
I would even say splendid.
It is sublime.
Magnificent.
Absolutely fitting.
Two
characters.
pandas.
Our characters look
Yeah,
all grown
okay.
up.
All grown up. Oh wait.
This is our second stage. If you bought us in a gacha game,
Yep.
Yeah. No. This is
we have evolved.
the previous one was like A rank, and this is S rank. And
Yeah.
The next one will be triple S, ultimate legendary.
Yeah.
Each episode.
I wanted to say for best monetization, we go straight to the beach episode on this in the summer. The
Oh
summer
yeah,
Absolutely.
weather.
yeah.
I already talked to Sazarisa, and it's gonna happen one day.
So, the sound of a bell sounds through the camp, and you are all forcibly woken up, and you are grumpily led to the dining table, where you can have some breakfast.
I mean, if they're willing to feed us.
This had better be good.
Mr. DM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I want to use my fourth level spell slot for this, but I could cast divination to get an answer from my god on what to do now.
Oh, jeez.
What's the best course of action, basically? You know?
Truly a morning ritual if I've ever seen one.
Let's ask God.
All right, let me look up that spell. Divination, it's called, right?
Yeah. Here, I'll put it in the roll 20 chat.
I will seriously give me a second while I think up the answer.
I mean,
Alright, so
it'll get rid of my fourth level spell slot for the day, but you know.
do you want to do this?
Yeah, you know what? I think that's it'll help a lot in like just the decision making.
All right. Well, you
Uh,
want to do this? Then
I have one question.
Yeah.
Has these options been communicated to Leon? Because we have not done so in game yet, so I'm not quite clear on where I stand.
Right. I think like during breakfast, like Brenna is like uh sort of like checking in with everyone, like what are your thoughts on what to do next? And like at some point she just mentions like, I have a way to contact Cannonball himself, and I could ask him for advice.
Advice from a god is always great, but I say we go to the dwarves because dwarves kind of like me.
Do they?
I mean, Leon will get out a little scroll and rolls it open. Like, I mean, I think this is a certificate for being a smith with a dwarf, so I think so.
Huh? So you kind of like have something in common with creator dwarves.
Yeah, I do. And I'm sure
Hmm.
they'll love me. I mean, look at me.
I mean, I suppose. Well,
Also, Brenna, come sit here in front of me. Let me do your hair because you need to fix up.
oh, really? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just a little bit though.
Sure. Of course. Sit.
But contact your god. Why not? I mean, I don't know much about gods, but if you can ask them something, go for it.
Hmm. I think I'll give it a go. It's some very powerful magic is involved. You know what? I'll give it a go and see what Kalambor has to say, I suppose. And you see like Brenna just sort of while still sitting like in front of Leon, she sort of uh puts the skull in one hand and holds it like outwards, and then puts her other hand on top of the skull, and she just closes her eyes and focuses, and like the the eyes of the skull like sort of light up, and she just like focuses and casts divination.
Right. Your communion starts as you fall asleep, and suddenly you find yourself in a room. It's sort of a cathedral-like room with banners with purple and gold accents.
Mhm.
And straight before you looms a figure, kind of in the dark, not completely clear to make out. And a friendly voice greets you. Hello, my child. I see you've come to find my aid.
Um, yes, we are in a bit of a interesting situation. I'm sure you have some knowledge of what we're dealing with here, and I was simply wondering if you have any advice. What would our the best our best next course of action be?
I'm sorry, but you should be a little bit more specific about your question. I cannot know about all the specific goings on in the world. You'll have to ask me a little more clearer.
Very well. We have several options to either go to the dwarves and find and ask them for their flying device. We can either build our own flying device, or perhaps there's some other way that you might know of. And we need to reach this flying fortress in the sky, and I am incapable of flying there myself or my companions. So my question is, what is the best course of action in this situation?
He thinks for a bit, gives it a moment. All right, my child. All of these options are options you can manage, but think of it that you have to dig deep for all of them. You have to go very deep,
Ayo.
and as you know, the dwarves are strongly connected to the earth. Maybe that will help to find your answer in whichever way you will solve this problem.
Hmm.
Good thing she has a shovel.
I was about to say. All right, that is helpful. That gives hope. That gives me an answer. Thank you, my lord.
And before you go,
Mm-hmm.
two other things. First, it may be helpful to find someone who knows about flight. Second of all, that will be 25 gold, please.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks a lot. Until next time, my child. And you suddenly wake up and find your gold pouch a little lighter.
Our goddess is Charlotte? We've
No,
been
no, no.
fighting for a con artist all this time?
No! That's what the spell cost is.
Oh, yeah.
Theoretically, it
Oh.
should be incense, but you know.
A
Oh, well.
sacrificial offering.
I mean, maybe gold is his incense. Who knows?
Oh God.
Hmm.
Let's burn gold, bitches.
Yeah,
You know-
Metallic.
You know that old ritual of putting 2 gold coins on a person's eyes when they die. You know, like, I mean, there's some connection there.
I mean, why do you think a god asks a toll to get past? He just wants to get rich quick, okay?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. True.
It's all a scheme.
So he is a scam artist. He
I
doesn't
tend
use
to
those
believe-
skills for justice, he uses them to weigh drugs.
I mean, I tend to believe that Hades set up the stick system just so he can make easy money. I mean, he is the god of earthly bounties, after all. How it works for
Stunk.
Califor, I don't know.
Every time a guy dies, Calivor's just like, stonks.
That means he
Yes.
wants people to die.
Yeah,
And
but
all of a sudden, Leon is a firm believer in Calamvor.
Yup. Let's make this bitch rich. Chop, chop, chop.
you know,
Money
you
for
have,
death?
you have to think why Califor hates undead. They have to die the, between quotes, proper way. So he
Because
can make
otherwise
all
they
the...
can't pay him.
It's
No, but
all
they
about-
die twice. I need to pay twice. It's brilliant.
Mhm.
Why didn't we think of that?
Yup.
Anyway,
Anyway, you find yourself back in camp with these riddles of an answer.
I was gonna say with these goons. Hello.
These
So how'd it
goons.
go?
It wasn't very clear, but I think he sort of simply advised us to go with our gut.
Okay.
I'm thinking he sort of like pointed to the dwarves, but not entirely. It was a
Leon
bit odd.
will interrupt you and go like, to the dwarves, absolutely, let's go. And just do like the slaps on the shoulders. I'm all for it. It's Olivier Irie. We're going to the dwarves, is that okay?
I have no objections.
Wonderful.
I too see no reason to object.
Wonderful. That settles that then.
More breakfast. Nom 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 nom.
No, 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 no. You know Leon has no table manners whatsoever. He'll
Course.
just scrounge.
Can I conjure a fork?
Like a mini trident, right?
Yeah. It's just a trident, but real small.
Small.
You now have like a eating fork-sized trident.
Oh, it's like
Golly.
a dessert fork. You know, this is a tiny one. They have three little spikes on it.
Yeah. I use it to eat. That's useful.
Nom 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 nom.
Cooking utensils are weapons now, apparently.
I mean, a knife is technically also
What do you
a weapon
got there?
and a
A
cooking utensil.
knife!
No!
No!
I mean, technically, I can't restrict you from doing this. So you are absolutely able to conjure up
Hell yeah, dude.
a dinner fork and no
Don't even
questions
have
asked.
to, pack any essentials anymore. Could just conjure it, dude.
Conjure a knife sized for a mouse.
You can bludgeon a person to death with a frying pan, so I can conjure a frying pan as well.
God damn.
Look, I'm able to stretch it a bit, but that's going a little far. Like, forks in some way could be used in battle.
Yeah. I get it. It's
Right.
about the size of a throwing dart, so I suppose. Yeah.
However,
I get you.
Yeah. Right, good. Now we're on the same note. So, you eat your breakfast, and you are all
do.
now ready in camp. If you want to get some supplies, there is a little shop in the camp itself. They hand you some provisions for the day.
Uh, hold on. Bag of holding. What do they give?
They give you some military rations,
How many?
enough for all of you.
Is it like one each?
It's one military ration each because you all have to eat.
Okay. It has been added to the rations.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I know you got like boatloads of rations, but they don't know that. So there you go.
Hmm.
So are we gonna leave now, or are we just gonna chill for a bit? Because camp isn't the greatest place to hang out. But maybe a dwarven city might be nice to hang out for a bit.
You really want to visit those dwarves, huh?
I suppose
Listen,
there's precious little for us here. So.
that's what I mean. And at a dwarven city, you might get a hot bath.
Ooh,
Huh?
a hot
Huh?
spring. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Heated by a stream of lava or something. That'd be great.
A communal hot spring.
Oh,
Oh,
And how are you, Miss Ivy? We are bound to go back into undoubtedly a dark, dank hovel.
Right.
Will you be alright?
As long as there's a torch and someone holds my hand, I'll be fine.
Well, perchance we should purchase some torches in that case.
Great idea.
I pull out a torch,
Ah,
and there's a sort of small bandage wrapped around the tip of it, and I cast light on the bandage.
well, turns
Oh,
out
I
Miss
see.
Night Hands has become Miss Light Hands.
oh,
Isn't that just convenient?
That's a good
Well,
one.
Oh, fantastic.
goddamn.
I suppose that's no longer an issue.
And I'm also hoping that it's not as dangerous as, the caves we've been in before.
Please. Dwarves at least can be reasoned with.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the fiends that we have so far encountered could not. So,
We said
shall we set forth then?
absolutely.
Alright.
Settle our horses.
Anyone
Let's
else
check
want to
out-
do anything?
No.
In this particular camp, I don't think Zolofia has much that he'd like to do. No.
I mean, I didn't meet Erwin yet, but hey, it's whatever.
Alright, if no one wants to do anything, then
We have to go back here anyway, right?
Xalavier,
probably.
Airi, please roll me a straight intelligence check.
A straight intelligence check. Both of us or either of us?
Both.
Okay. That's a natural one.
Man. Airi
That's
got
an unnatural 20.
Iris suddenly gets a hit of inspiration. Wait, but didn't we have to tell Erwin our decision so he knows what to work on?
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
hey, guys, didn't we have to tell Erwin our decision so he knows what to expect from us?
Leon will reply with a cool, I don't know anything about that, so let's go.
Hold on. Yes, we did promise to.
I just look up at Irie and shrug.
We did promise
Fair.
to tell him as much. So let's go.
Did we?
Yes.
Where am I? What year is it?
It's the year. What was it again? Where when
Ah,
are
the-
we right now?
The year of Xalavier is what you're saying. I see.
Uh-huh.
Truly, it shall be, yes. What were we talking about?
We're going to the guy,
Oh, I see.
Which gives
the
Leon a
man.
chance to meet him.
Mhm. So you go to St. Erwin, you get let into the tent, this time with weapons because they know you. You can just keep them on.
Oh shit, I can come with weapons? I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I
Damn.
mean, first time you came into the camp, you were strangers. Now it's like they know you and know they
That's-
you won't attack. However,
I
it still has
destroy
his
him.
guards. All right,
Oh,
so welcome back. So have you made a decision on which of the paths we pursue?
We're going to visit the dwarves and see if we can convince them to aid us.
Yes, we have already tried several times, but they are stubborn little creatures, they. I hope you can sway them. It would really help out. And he hands you a thing. I already made some preparations. This is an official letter from me. Maybe that will help them. Help you convince them of your cause.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands it to Irie.
Thank you.
Well, I trust you stay safe and hope to see you back soon.
You as well. Have a good
We'll
day.
be helping out the villages in the vicinity. Will be quite a day job. All right. You get let out of the tent, and you are now free to go. Your map has been marked for where the dwarves are, and if you don't know, you are now close to the lake. Oh, I'm stupid. I did a stupid.
Oh no.
You moved the map instead of the
Yeah,
the
it's
marker.
the stupid thing. Is it in the map layer? I should do that. Give me a second. I think it's now aligned again. I will set it to the map layer. All right. So right now you are right here near the lake. The dwarfs are straight to the east, in between the domain and the Silver Jacket Peaks.
Right. Well, let's head over there then.
Damn. I concur.
So that's quite a little bit less far than our last travel, right?
Yeah, it will take a few days to get over there.
Mm-hmm.
You prepare your packs. Your horse is ready, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to travel. As these are peaceful lands, nothing much happens. I mean, the roads are good. Not really anything. Not really any encounter to speak of. However, as you arrive near the dwarf settlement, you see that the roads start to change a bit, and the architecture around you is changing from the more human kind of architecture to the more well-known dwarfish architecture. So you can imagine big stone monoliths and statues of old dwarven paragons and ancestors. And as you get closer, the grandeur of this dwarven settlement gets bigger and bigger. It's obvious that they love building stuff a lot. And as you stand before the gates, two dwarven guards hold your cart and ask you, "Hey, humans, where are you going?"
Do I look like a human to you?
Oh, my apologies. People.
Eh.
Better.
Good enough.
We might have some business here that we want to talk to you involving whatchamacallit again?
Some manner of flying machine.
Oh, you read about that? Yeah. No. I suppose you're here on an errand from Saint Erwin, I guess.
Uh-huh. We have a document saying as much. If you need to see that.
All right. Well, we honor the treaty between our nations, so you will get hurt. Just wait for a bit, and we'll get things ready. In the meantime, feel free to look around the city. It will take a few hours to get ready.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Where do we go, or will we be contacted?
I think you will. We will be able to find you. It's not like we got many visitors around here.
Okay, just checking. Make sure.
As long as you don't wander off too much, just stay in the city.
Okay.
All right. And there's a kind of a dwarfish stone building where the horses can be parked. So I suppose that you do that there.
Parked?
Yo, parking lot for horses, mate.
Yeah,
Stables.
stables.
Beep,
Stables, yeah.
beep, beep.
I mean, they're the same difference, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
the cart needs to be parked. I mean, that's not a horse. It doesn't need to be fed. So
Beep, beep, beep.
your horses get
beep.
stabled. The cart is now safe, and you enter the dwarven city of Dunmorog.
Dunmorog.
Of course, I will post the name in the lore channel because I always do.
Oh,
Awesome.
Dunmorog.
Let me post that quickly so you know how to spell it. Dunmorog. All right, so as it looks, it's one of the larger dwarven cities. And before you get to the city, you need to walk down for quite a while. One is built quite deeply, and as you pass through the tunnel, it's obviously that this city is protected by a few traps to keep invaders out if they try to access the city. Also, dwarves like to live somewhat deeper into the ground.
You hear Brenna softly go, "Oh, dig deeper."
And the farther down you get, the hotter it feels. And the dwarves don't seem to be bothered by it, but I mean, you are not quite adjusted to this kind of temperature, so you start to sweat a bit. And
Phew.
after about half an hour of descending, you finally arrive at the city itself. And it's quite a sight to behold. It's a big stone city hewn out of the cave wall. With, well, what do you expect from dwarves? There are smithies, quite a hustle and bustle. There's some trade going down, and the city is lit up by mostly natural light of the the lava rivers that go through it, and the fires that seem magical that are set up by the dwarves. And there's obviously one big palace-like building that's grandiose and it's got all these kind of etched out statue things and big statues around it, and it obviously looks very important. Welcome in Dunborog. You are free to go about and try to interact.
It
Not
sounds
bad.
amazing.
bad.
Brenda is just looking around, like sort of like in awe, like whoa. Dig deeper indeed, Carambor.
This is
I
wonderful.
suppose a hole in the ground is a good way for us to hide from any would-be assassins, isn't it, Miss Nighthawk?
It's funny that we're like going deep underground to find a way to get into the air. Huh.
There's an irony to it.
Yeah. We could check out some of the smithies, Leon,
I mean, I'm all for it.
or we could, well, go and have a drink and some food. I mean, we've been living off rations for quite a while, for a few days, and I could use a proper meal.
I would love to just walk around and explore and to get some food as well. So I'm totally in.
Well, I'm assuming we're going to stay here for a few days.
Most likely, yeah.
So, walk around and food.
Walk
Sounds like
around,
a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
find a tavern or an inn.
Right, so you all decide to walk around for a bit. As you walk around the city, taking in the quite unique surroundings, you quickly pass by some kind of inn-like building. However, does any one of you speak Dwarven?
Ah,
Nope. Common and halfling.
so I think that's all no.
Oh no.
Nope.
All right, so you don't pick up any conversations because most of them are in Dwarven, and very few are in common and are mostly about buying stuff.
Oh no, we went to France. We're speaking English in France, guys.
Yeah,
no.
basically.
Oh,
No!
No! It's
Hmm.
horrible.
Eh,
as far as
never
you
done
can, as far as you can make out about the language, it sounds really. It's got some really hard noises, and it's quite weird if you try to think about speaking it yourself. You pass by a building that looks like an inn because there are some people outside with beer, and it looks bigger than the usual building, but you don't know. So, do you go inside?
I approach the people outside of that building
All
and
right.
simply go, um, is this an inn?
You get a reply in Dwarven.
Do any of you speak common?
Like, he now realizes that you don't speak Dwarven, and quickly goes inside the building. After, if you wait for a little while, then another dwarf shows up, and with a very stunted accent, he tries to communicate to you. So, you outsiders, obviously.
Yes.
So, what do?
We are looking for some food, and I like make a lot of hand gestures to like accentuate my speaking. Like we're looking for some food and some drink and a place to rest our head.
Oh, yeah,
Y-
you are doing the conversation, Brenna.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Why do they hate women?
Uh, man, I miss like the Pathfinder diplomacy skill for this. What would be?
Persuasion, perhaps? I guess.
A performance. See if the hand gestures that Brenna makes actually land.
Let me say insight, reading the body language of the dwarf himself.
Yeah.
To get him to get to know if he understands what you try to roll me
Communicate.
just roll me an insight. Let's see if you realize if your communications get across.
13.
The
With a
dwarf
plus
looked a
6.
little confused, but I think he got the meaning. And he also food, right?
Yes.
Ah, in there, and he points to another building.
Yeah.
Sleep there.
Very well. Thank you.
And he tries to come up with an answer, but he can't find the words for it. And just after visibly struggling with language, he just walks off.
Oh no.
I look to the rest of the group like I think it's over there. This might be just like mostly a dwarvish drinking house, I suppose. Let's go over there. See if there's anyone more proficient in common.
Let's hope so.
So you walk up to the other building, and it looks kind of the same like the building that you just left behind.
Mhm.
And there is a board outside with a text on it that you can't read. And then suddenly, if you look at the board a little longer, you see the word "in" under it. So might be
Huh.
that there's someone proficient with common in this place.
Uh-huh. There's no one outside?
No, no one outside.
Okay, then we just head inside. At least I head inside. I'm not sure if everyone is going to follow, but
I'll join you.
Sure.
And, when you go inside, there you get you see a little bit. You enter like the dining area, so you see a lot of dwarves eating and drinking and just being yeah, chill. Because it's also around eating time, so you would
Mhm.
expect that. And there is a like innkeeper looking dwarf at the bar, obviously.
Innkeeper looking dwarf.
And when
like
you
that.
when you walk up the bar, he's like, "Welcome, welcome. You're strangers. You are strangers, outlanders, are ya? Looking at your getup, you might be adventurous.
No,
Not
no,
not ex-
no.
not exactly. No, we are simply a group of travelers.
Travelers, that's what they call it, don't they? Okay, so I'm gonna help you.
Well, we're looking for some food, drink, and a place to sleep.
Well, then you come to the right place, mate. Alright, so. First, can I help you with a drink? I mean, you come all the way here, quite up. I can cool you off with a nice beer.
Uh,
Do you? What drinks do you have?
Beer.
Beer.
yeah, but Leon,
Yeah.
I believe that dwarves are quite well known for their ale. Dwarven
Yeah,
ale
yeah.
is one of the
But
best.
like, you don't have. You know what? I'm gonna shut up now, and I'm gonna say, let's do that.
Beer for everyone?
I suppose.
And he
Sure.
cheerily gets to work tapping some beers, and he gives you these, how do you call them again?
Stein.
Tankards of ales. So, this should be quite a sight after a long travel. It's always what I look forward to when I go outside to the world. Getting back, nice cool beer. So, place to sleep. Well, I run one, as you can see. I can tell you all about the city. I can even get you set up with a tour if you want to.
Tour.
Guide. Yeah, someone who will show you around who actually knows common. I mean, there are not a lot of dwarfs. Maybe you've already found out that speak common around here.
If we could get a tour around the city, that'd be great. And also, the place to stay. That would also be wonderful.
Hmm. Yeah, just remember, this is the Unbreakable Ingot Inn, because we are unbreakable, and ingots are just amazing. Next best thing after beer.
Aha.
So,
Can I ask you a weird question?
mhm.
I have this thing from a dwarf that doesn't live here. Can you tell me if it holds any value in this city? And Leon will take out his blacksmith certificate.
What's this thing then? Arabian Empire, eh?
Does that hold any sort of weight in this city, or is this just something?
I would love to tell you, buddy, but I'm not a blacksmith. I know a friend of a friend who has a nephew who works in the smithy, if you want to know.
I mean,
Can I ask him?
yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I will just memorize a bit of the contents. Right, I will ask him, okay? I will let you know.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Alright, so, can I get you set up with the room then?
Yes. How many rooms do you want?
Two rooms with two beds.
Two rooms?
2 rooms.
Sounds good.
I can get you that. And I mean, I don't know what standard inn prices are. Yet, I will get you the price later when I know a bit about the prices that normal inns ask.
Absolutely.
Uh,
I think it was like staying for one night was 1 silver, and like food was a few copper, and drink was a few copper.
yeah, lifestyle. I see lifestyle expenses. There's a
Oh, yeah.
whole article on this.
Uh-huh.
This is about self-sufficiency. Yeah. All right. He asks 8 silver pieces per room. So 16 silver pieces total.
I'll just knock down 2 gold.
Well, you get a free meal and unlimited beer with that.
Unlimited. Oh
fantastic.
god.
Mhm.
Thank you very much, though.
All right, so I get your room all set up, and you can sleep tonight here if you want to. So you want the tour?
Yes. When is that available for us to
Yeah.
do?
Just meet up here in 2 hours, and then we will leave off. I will get my nephew, who's got a friend who does the tours.
So just so that you're aware, we got like a thing coming up. We're not quite sure when.
Thing
It could-
coming up.
Yeah, it could be in an hour, it could be in 2 hours, could be in 3 hours, could be tomorrow. We're not quite sure when.
You know, like that isn't the problem. If something comes up, like it's not like we run a lot of tours around here. I can just ask him to wait for a bit if you really need to.
I mean, we can pay for that, right? That's not
But
an issue.
we will work this out. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. All right.
Wonderful.
So I'll let you know if you wanted. When the tour is ready, and in the meantime, get something to eat, walk around a bit, get to know the city.
I mean, we're probably going to stay somewhere nearby because none of us can read Dwarvish.
So you already paid for your meal. Do you want to eat something?
Yeah, we actually do.
All right, I can set you up. Today's specialty dish is fresh kebab. Would you like that?
Everyone, does that sound appetizing?
I mean, sure, I'll try. I'll try anything.
It sounds like something I'm wholly unfamiliar with.
Sounds.
Go
I
on.
don't know what it is, but it sounds good.
We'll go for it.
If you've never tried this, it's amazing with beer. I heartily recommend it if you want to have a good time here.
I shall pick you up on your recommendation.
All right, and he prepares you a meal, and yeah, you get all
we
set
go
up.
we go sit at a table as well.
You get a nice table with a view on the outside city. You
We
can.
eat standing in this role play.
Never.
You get a nice view of the city, and you can you can watch the slowly passing by lava streams through the city. It
Oh, they
seems
actually
like
have lava streams. Oh shit.
yeah, they got lava streams. It seems like even the lava streams are heating the city itself.
Oh damn.
It's smart heating.
Aha.
They somehow made it work, and
Geothermal.
yeah, it's the most geothermal you can get almost. Yeah, but that would explain why it's so hot around here, because literal fire is going through the city. But yeah, it's quite fascinating. And after a while, after you've relaxed a bit and got to see a room, which is quite comfortable, for more comfortable than I would expect. The beds aren't made of stone; they are actually quite comfortable. And then you get to the tour. Hello. I need to think of a dwarven name. Give me a second. My name is Malakar. Welcome
Hello,
to my tour.
Malakar.
Are there some kind of place you really want to see? That I can take them up in my tour.
I mean, the basic comforts and you know, the things that dwarves are known for. The big anvil, the smiths, and
Perchance a nice bathhouse.
Alright, so I got your request as well. First of all, this is the inn, the Unbreakable Ingot, best inn in town. run by my nephew's friend. He's
Not sponsored. Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
this is completely not sponsored. What are you talking about?
No
nothing.
relation.
Nothing. No relation.
All right, so next up we go to the Paragon's altar. This is where we worship our Paragons, the most known dwarfs around. All these dwarfs have done amazing things for the cities, or died honorful deaths against monsters that can sometimes pop up in the tunnels that we dig, where we mine for ores. And this paragon is Ogmar. And Ogmar the dwarf invented the first airship. Would you believe it? It's an
Wow.
amazing invention. Well, they say that he made it, then flew up, and never came down again.
Wait.
Oh no.
Huh?
How
I
does
mean,
that work?
well, yeah, it's quite a hilarious story. So he made an airship, and he found a way to make it go up, but then he forgot to make the system to make it go down again. So we don't know what's
Ah.
up there, but I hope he's got a nice life after that.
Well,
Zalavier stifles a chuckle.
So, yeah.
DM question. We visited some dwarven places before, like that one dwarven mine.
I
Or
remember you visiting some old dwarven fortress.
yeah. And I was wondering, did we like see any statues there? And
From what I remember, I mean, I didn't make the dungeon myself, of course.
Yeah.
I remember there being graves and a shrine to Bahamut for some reason. I think that was made later.
Yeah.
I don't remember our previous DM mentioning any statues, but I would say that they've been there because it's the dwarven grave.
Yeah, and I basically wanted to check like are do we recognize any of these paragons from that dwarven fortress basically? Like are there any similar statues basically?
All right. Let me see. Ivy, how long back does your memory go again?
Well, yes, I know this.
Was it right?
I think it's a month.
All right. Well, this is longer ago than a month.
Yes, I would say that it's been too long.
Yeah. Okay. So, but Branna's trying to remember this. Roll me a history, please.
Very well. Clicking. 17.
17 on history. You try to recognize some of the paragons, however, dwarves look the same-ish, and as far as you remember, you don't see any similarities between these and the paragons you saw in the old dwarven tomb.
All right. I was just wondering, could be a funny coincidence, you know. Like...
You rolled high enough on history that you know that this is probably a completely different tribe of dwarves.
Yeah, true.
You remember that old dwarven tomb was like 3,000 years old?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And like 3,000 years, they got left behind. So like, it was already empty for 3,000 years. This one is still pretty alive and it's got a long history. However, it would be a logical conclusion that because of how old the other tombs were, that these have completely other heroes and stories than that tomb would have had.
Not to
Yeah.
mention the
Okay.
other tomb was like refurnished. I don't remember any other statues there being other than
Yeah. No.
Bahamut's statue and the room we found,
Mhm.
if you recall,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
I do
were
recall that.
obviously not from dwarven crafters.
Yeah,
No.
there was one big relief you saw about with that necromancer thing. I remember.
Exactly, that's the one I'm referring to.
Yeah, that thing was of dwarven making. However, you don't know anything of the story behind that thing.
No,
So-
exactly. So
Ah, okay.
never mind. Never
So,
mind.
I was
Just-
just
just
telling
curious.
you from a logical perspective now that the paragons won't be the same.
No, okay, that's fine. I was just curious.
So, and then you have this paragon, right? So, what happened to this one is, well, we dug another corridor in our mine and we just walked straight into a magma worm territory. And this paragon single-handedly wiped them all out on his own. And then he died of dehydration.
That seems not a great way to go, I'm sorry to say.
Like Brenna is trying her very hardest not to laugh out loud. Like, oh my god.
The dwarf like stays in his role as tour guide, and at least as far as you can see, pretends not to notice or doesn't notice. You don't know exactly. All right, so yeah, we have got some pretty good paragons around here. So this dwarf is a paragon because he was the most religious of all dwarfs that have ever lived. This man was so pious that he fasted for 600 days on end. 600 days. Can you just imagine? No food, no water, just living off the air.
How do you do that?
Well, can't ask him anymore. He's dead now.
Because of hunger?
That's too bad.
Died of dehydration as well.
Oh, he unfortunately fell off a cliff when he tried to climb the highest mountain.
Wow. Speaking of irony, surely you can't get irony stronger than iron itself. Dwarves are a funny bunch.
And the last paragon I want to show you is this person, the legendary blacksmith Vatmar. Is said to have smithed the most unbreakable armor ever smithed. It's said that somewhere it's still out there. Because it was of such a quality, such perfect quality, that yeah, nothing could penetrate it, not even the sharpest tool or weapon. However, he was also a warrior, and he used to wear his own armor into battle. It's like blacksmith and warrior in one. And yeah, he died because the walk back to his home was too far, and his army was too heavy, his armor. And
Oh dear.
it was
And he
said that
died. And he died of dehydration.
no, it was just said that he sat down and never stood up again near a tree.
Oh no.
His
Such a
armor was
fate.
never found again. However, his body couldn't be retrieved anymore because it had disappeared with his body, with his armor.
Oh,
True hero he was, though. It is said that he slew a dragon with one hammer and only one hammer.
It's amazing how all these magnificent dwarfs that do so much amazing things just tend to die off in a very, I'm sorry to say, dumb way.
Such is Kelemvol's plan, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
He is a fair god. We never said he was a particularly funny one.
Look, we don't honor them by the way they died. We honor them by the way that they lived.
Oh no, absolutely. It's just
That's a veritable, actual, very good reason to memorize these
The,
people.
re- the reason that we also tell them how they died is because so our children can learn lessons of what not to do. Even if you are a great hero, if you don't pay attention to some details, you will die. That's why we keep record of how they died.
Huh. That's
So,
actually really useful and informative.
Profound, even.
Yeah.
Leon will do a little clap.
all right. So I will show you the rest of the city now. Now, if you've seen our history, we now go to our present, the city itself. All right. But before that, we go to a break.
Yep.
Already.
Oh,
After these
woohoo!
messages, we'll be right back.
What?
There are no messages. Enjoy the break.
Go have a drink. Maybe get some snacks. Have a little toilet break. You know, the usual.
The
see you
things.
back in a bit.
See you soon.
Exactly.
Execute
See you
bodily
in a bit.
functions.
Welcome back.
Uncle Stiltskin.
And now we resume our dwarven tour of tomorrow. Alright. You've seen all our paragons now. It's time to visit the facilities. So first of all, our famous, well-known bathhouse. Completely warmed by lava.
Oh,
You know, when we before we got here, I was joking about that, but that you actually have it is wonderful.
I mean, look, most people call dwarves unwashed people and that they stink and stuff. We like to treat ourselves to a nice bath, you know? Beer, bath, good food. You know, it's all in a good life.
Beer bath and beyond. Yeah, I get you.
I mean, we work hard all day. It's good to get a nice rest after. Yeah. Want to visit? The bathhouse is communal and funded by the state, so it's free to get in.
Oh,
And
well,
I really
damn.
recommend you do. Alright, then out here is our general store. Can't find any better dungeon equipment than anywhere else. It's handmade dwarven materials. They might be a little more expensive than your normal, but they are sturdy as you will never find anywhere. Except in dwarven settlements, of course. Yeah. And here's the plaza. This is the central place where most of the market goods are sold. And here's also our main government building. We are ruled by a king with a council. They gather here and they make important and mostly stupid decisions about their city.
Mostly stupid.
Ah, yeah. Dwarven City is at the moment is ruled by morons.
How so?
Well, they try to impose straight isolations and try to keep outsiders out. And, well, most of my friends live off tourism, and it's just completely annoying.
Huh.
They,
And do most of your countrymen share this view?
well, some of them do, some of them don't. We are quite divided on that. However, I
Oh.
think that we should let outsiders in and talk to them more because, you know, first of all, money. Second of all, sometimes outside views can help.
But like a 51% leaning one, or a little bit more.
I'm not too good at my politics stuff. It's not like we're a democracy or something. The
Mm.
council gets chosen by nobles and the rich dwarves. People like me just don't get any say in it. But yeah, so here's the plaza. Here's the government. We got a nice lava fountain in the middle. It's quite the eye catcher. Then over there are some other shops, jewelry. We make a lot of it here because
Hold
we
on.
mine a lot.
A lava fountain.
Yeah.
How does that work? Could you explain that to me?
I mean, you can look at it. It works.
That it does.
Mhm.
I don't understand it though. Like it's cool.
Alright. I will debunk another myth. There are dwarven mages, and they make things like these.
Ah.
Oh, so it's magically infused, in a sense.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of mumbo jumbo they used, but yeah, they kind of made it work. No, like normal, all the heating systems around here are also magically imbued because, lava wouldn't like flow that easily. It would easily block up when it cools off and stuff. They somehow made it work. I don't know how. I mean,
Huh.
we got like what you people would call a fusion of a artificers and a magic guild.
oh,
Like,
that's very interesting.
yeah, it's like if you combine engineering with magic, then you get dwarven magic. I mean,
Ca-
the magic that we practice in this city. Let's call it that. I don't
Um,
know. Hmm?
this magic guild are they open to outsiders?
Um, I don't know. For what I know is that you have to apply through the government to get in there.
No, I mean just visiting and perhaps ask some questions.
I've never been inside. You should ask them.
All right, thank
And
you.
I'm not like very magically inclined. Well, before I did tours and general errand stuff, I used to work in the mines, and I mean, you don't see a lot. Like you see mines every day. They go to the hot spring, you wash it all off, the grease, the stuff, and then I go to the inn and have a nice beer from my nephew.
Mhm.
So
Could you perhaps visit this magic guild as well, just to show us where it is?
I can show you where it is. That's no problem. I mean, we're already close to it. It's a little outside the plaza.
Yes,
Oh,
I would.
I
I would like
mean, they
to do
kind
this.
of keep close to the city main stuff because they need to, well, update the magic sometimes or whatever they call it. Right. If you go around the corner here, and then around there, it's this big building, and you will know it because it's surrounded by magical, purple lights or something. No other building has that. So you know.
Right. All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Um.
So, hmm?
Yeah. Yes. Continue.
Right. So, there are a few more stops we have to make. So, you know that most dwarfs aren't really culturally inclined. We don't make paintings, or we don't really, you know, make clay statues or something. We sculpt everything out of stone. However, we do have a museum.
A museum.
Yes, we do, and I can recommend you visit it. So, if we walk around here, the street from the plaza around here, yeah. So, this is the Valuable Ore Museum. We store the most interesting specimens of ore that we have found. And don't even try thinking of stealing it. We guard it well. So, everything that we mine up that's remotely interesting and it hasn't got a direct use gets into the museum. And a lot of dwarven researchers that, well, inspect it for magical properties and whatever it came from. And sometimes we trade with humans because they want to know about some rocks and stuff. And yeah, well, it's kind of a special ore deposit and museum in one. We like to be practical. But yeah, you can look at nice shiny stones in all colors if you want to.
Perhaps a visit at a later time.
Hmm. All right, so um, in one place we need to visit the food places, the best street with food in town. So,
Mm.
and he walks a few streets further, and suddenly, from a corner, a dwarf walks up to you and hands everyone a kebab and a beer. Says something. You think it's drunking? He's a bit drunk. And then he walks off and just teleports away.
Uh, 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 um. Thank you.
Oh yeah, he does it sometimes. He's really friendly though.
Well, snack and a drink while we walk. I
Mhm.
suppose. Nom 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 nom.
So, welcome to the food district. You've got all kind of now. Well, it's not a district, but like a street because the city isn't that big. And yeah, you got all kinds of dwarven specialties. Lots of. If you want to try the good dwarven ales, you need to go here. They got all kinds of them. And yeah, we got nice foods to go with it. We got foods to drink alcohol to, as we like. So, Here ends our tour. And as you've already paid for it all, I'm gonna have a nice snack around here. Hope I see you soon.
Very well. Thank you very much for the tour. It was very informative and, well, yeah.
No problem. You will often see me around the inn. See you around.
Thank you very
See you.
much.
So you're now left behind in the streets of full with foods. Is there any place you want to visit? Because there's no message yet.
I look to the rest and like, any specific place we'd like to visit again right now? I mean, it seems we got some more time.
I
Well, up
suppose
to
the
you.
baths would be a very nice stop.
The bath?
Ah,
I could-
that
I
sounds
could
like a
do-
good idea.
I could do with a good bath.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
you decide to visit the bathhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the bathhouse entry is free.
If Leon
And
feels like it as well.
I mean, I'm all for it. I'm here to just.
I mean, you were
Relax
going
and have
on
a good
about the
time.
bath, so we figured as much.
I mean, yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
And if we get interrupted, we can always hop back in.
you go to the bathhouse, and it's a big stone dwarven building, decorated with nice carvings of dwarves doing things. And there's a dwarf at the desk, and he signals you all over. So,
Hi.
welcome. Haven't seen you around. So, do you know how this all works?
No. We're quite new in town and have no idea of the customs for a bathhouse in dwarven culture.
No. Entry is free, as you've maybe already noticed.
Mhm.
You first get a towel from over there. It will get handed to you. I recommend taking it with you because, usual. No eats and drinks inside the bath. You can deposit it in a locker over there. It's kind of a cupboard of holding. You can put things in there, lock it up, and then it's safe. And after that, I recommend it's mixed bathing, so yeah, know that. And well, please wash yourselves with this bucket of water before you enter the pool because we don't want it to get too filthy. That understood?
I have a question.
A question.
Is there a possibility for a private bath?
I mean, if you pay enough,
How much?
1 gold.
Do you get the entire place, or is it like a separate room?
Separate room.
Leon,
sort of looks at Leon like,
Leon tries to be discreet. He's like, I would
Get the room
like,
for 2 hours.
I would like a private room if that's all possible.
Yes, if you hand the gold, then here's your key. You walk upstairs. Then another times upstairs. There's two staircases. And after that, look to the number on this key thing, and then you will find it.
Up the stairs, key thing, great.
Yep. And Leon
have-
disappears off to his bath.
I have deposited a gold coin.
Mhm.
Well, my good people, I will be up the stairs at room number 6.
Let's say 206 or something. I don't know.
206. There we go. If you
Nice.
need me, you know where to find me.
Well, enjoy your bath.
Well, I suppose we shall mix ourselves with the common folk, then, shall we?
Yes.
Right. So as you enter, for the rest, not Leon. As you enter, you first get to some rooms where you can take your clothes off, put them inside a locker,
Mhm.
put your belongings inside it if you want to. Get some towels, and after that you enter a room um, with several pots. Um,
Mhm.
the kind of pots are pointed out in Dwarvish language on the side, so you'll have to find out which pot is for which. However,
Uh,
you can determine some way maybe which ones are hot or not.
basically Brenda just like walks over to each of the baths and like dips a toe in.
The first bath is like almost burning hot, and you see a few dwarves in there, and they are looking very steamy. And these are the kind of older dwarves. They seem to like
Mhm.
this. Then there's the bigger, more communal bath, and this one is, if you dipped into your toe to just the right temperature.
Mhm.
And there's one blast bath, and that's just ice cold.
Mhm. Yeah. Thought
And
so.
at the moment, you don't see any dwarves in it.
Mhm. So I look towards Irie and Xalavier is like very hot, hot and cold. Just point at the baths.
Well, as the creeds of our religion dictate, balance is important. So I suppose we should go for the hot bath, yeah?
Mhm.
The in between.
Well, I'm not ready to get cooked, and I would prefer something. Prefer something a little warmer. So, yes.
Hold on. The bucket. Wash with the bucket first.
hmm
Of course.
Yes, don't forget washing with the bucket. Right.
And
So,
Mhm.
as the we've always lived in a monastery, right? Like communal
Mhm.
baths aren't that weird of a concept, I imagine, for our characters.
yeah, but you are more known to the simpler type of bathhouse, like
Oh
just
yeah,
one
oh I
bath.
mean, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But at the same
How?
time, like we're not very
Let me finish, okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so you two are like known to the monastery bath, which is just one bath where you clean yourself in and then you get out. However, Irie is known to the more private noble bathhouses and knows that the very hot bath is mostly not used, but only by old people because I guess they have cold bones or something. Then you have the normal bath, which is the regular place where you sit in for a while and chill and relax. And the cold bath is um, for when you're done and you want to quickly get into the cold one and then quickly get out again.
Mhm.
And it's set to cleanse yourself. So it's proper to, after you're done bathing, to get into the cold bath for a quick dip and then get out again.
Yeah.
However, only Irie knows that actually.
Mhm.
And Leon would have known, but Leon's got his own private suit.
Oh, listen. Leon's concept of a bath is a massive wooden bucket where
Yeah.
someone scrubs your back while you sit in a.
He's
Uh,
doing the Geralt bath, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but you are known to the custom of bathing. You just don't do it yourself.
no, Leon does not. Leon
Huh?
is poor. Leon's concept of a bath is literally a bucket where someone else, like most likely your parent if you're a child, will just scrub you clean and then you're just done. That's
Mm-hmm.
Leon's
Mhm.
understanding of a bath. So this is like high society for him.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So
There you
you
go.
you two you all take place inside the normally hot bath. Leon, however, goes into his private room And
Ooh.
basically, it's the same as the other one. Like it's got 3 baths. It's quite sizable. Like these dwarves have room enough inside this cave to just carve out rooms. So this is quite a sizable room. There's a place where you can put your belongings. There's another times the tile where you wash yourself off with, and there's just 3 baths, but then slightly smaller because it has to fit 1 or 2 people. So you see 3 baths before you, with quite some room between them, and you can just chill out and relax.
I
It's
am going to
everything.
make a very quick roll.
Hmm.
Okay, no, that's fine. He will check the bats before he jumps in. More as in, if I roll too low, he would just jump into one of them, and we will see what happens then. But no,
I would expect actually Neil to just jump in.
no,
Expecting
he's being reserved. I rolled an 8. It's not that terrible.
I mean, I would just expected him to do instinctively like, oh, it's just a bath. I will just jump in.
No, he will actually test the waters before he does anything.
All right. It's your character.
Yeah, he will just a quick clean, and then goes for one of the baths, and then once he properly soaks in, he does a little splishy splash. Like, yeah, this is great, and just
It's
have
very.
a
This is
nice.
very nice.
This is very nice, and then just have a very chill time.
Yeah.
Um,
You can just
m-
soak in and enjoy all the way. The baths don't get any colder or warmer. They are the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Dwarven magic technicians, man.
After like a few minutes,
Mm-hmm.
Brenna uh, slowly gets up and
Mhm.
like out of the bath and turns to Irie and Zalake and like, that beer has just rushed through me. I'm gonna find a toilet of some kind, and probably also check up on Leon if he's okay.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sure Leon is fine, Zolovier says, soaking in the tub, only his head above water. You know? He has like a little washcloth on his forehead.
By the way, Leon's chamber is provided with a few comfortable chairs.
Zolovier looks like a capybara, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Super comfy.
A comfy cut. He doesn't even look up. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Does the Japanese thing where you put the towel on your head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's like a little washcloth on his forehead, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Well,
life. Oh,
never
this is divine.
never hurts to check. And she
Uh,
just walks off and like goes to the front desk like
I
to like
suppose.
check for a toilet because she actually needs to pee. Or like looks for someone who talks common and like toilet.
So the baths are very relaxing as long as you can get used to the visual of bathing dwarfs. I'll just leave it to your imagination what that looks like.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I
Can't be
just
too
have
bad.
my eyes closed.
Can't be too bad, you know?
No, it's not too bad. It's not like they're like very filthy or something. It's just dwarf. They are hairy. And I'll leave it at that. All right, so after a while, like I don't know how long you want to stay, but after a while you get done bathing. And Leon, you got the room for 2 hours, so you can just chill out for that amount of time.
Just for the record, Brenna joins Leon.
I have
Just to be
one.
clear.
I have one scene that I would like to say. The moment
Uh-huh.
that door opens, Leon is just playing with the water, and then goes. I mean, hello.
Oh, Brenna knocks on the door first, like
Okay.
Leon.
Yeah.
I just came in to check up on you, and like after that, she enters, and that's like a small fade to black. Like, let's keep it at that.
So yeah, they are enjoying the full extent of the 2 hours in the bathhouse, and after that, everyone is ready, shining, and there's still no one yet to get you. So I would say that you spend some time at the inn. Maybe you want to visit the place, and you can do it right now, or else we progress the mission.
I'm just vibing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, to the point where Leon's like, I'm not gonna put back my armor because it's too much work. I'm just gonna stroll around in my regular clothing.
Yeah, after like bathing for like an hour or 2 hours, you all feel like, yeah, bed is nice, just lying around, chilling. And some people are now asleep, and some are not.
Show been chilling.
How about we just buy a house here and we can do this every single day?
This man's got the idea. He gets it, dude.
We're just all gonna have to learn Dwarven, but honestly, even I am willing to do that.
Really?
I don't know how long it's gonna take, but yes.
All right. And after chilling around at the inn for a little while, a courier gets past, a dwarven courier, and he says, Mudamir is ready for you. Assemble in half an hour at the dwarven political building.
They sure don't waste any time.
If we start walking now, I think we'll get there in half an hour.
I mean, the city isn't that big. You can get there in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but Leon is in slow motion mode.
Uh-huh.
He's being chilling.
Yeah, so
Wait, what was he called?
Something like
Moedernier.
your mum.
Moedernier.
Moedernier, okay.
This is belangrijk. This is important, you know, like
Why did
dwarven.
it
I
reminded
am
me
already writing it.
it reminded me of a meme.
If someone knows their history a bit, and I see that Brenna knows it a bit, then you know that this is the dwarven king of this place.
Mm-hmm.
So after a while, you get ready at the dwarven palace, the political building. Then you all get summoned to the big council hall, but there's no council in session. It's just the king, and you get seating close so you can talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in Dun Moroch. I see that you are on a mission from Saint Erwin. So,
Mm-hmm.
at least I want to hear your plead. What do you want?
Well, after having a wonderful tour of your magnificent city, we had a lovely bath as well. That bathhouse was really nice, actually. We over to the west, there is quite a big problem of a flying fortress that is hurling stones and other projectiles down to the ground below. And I'm not quite sure, but it is rather close to your magnificent city. And while it is deep underground, they might be able to, well, at least cause some trouble for you as well in the long run.
So, yes, I've carefully considered this question before, because you are not the first to come here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you what I told them all before. I think Saint Erwin hasn't informed you about why we denied your request.
Yes, I suppose. No, well, no, he didn't really do that. No.
Well then you hear it from me first. So, we are a unique dwarven city. We are the only dwarven city to have ever mastered airship engineering. I mean, I think you've heard of our Paragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, there is a thing. We have no airships at the moment. I mean, airships are incredibly difficult to make. You know, even for dwarven engineering levels of technology, we don't easily make airships. I mean, I think that in our whole history, 3 have been manufactured, and they've all been lost in past wars or conflicts or just broke down. We have one that's almost completed. However, we miss magic electrolyte.
Magic electrolyte?
Yes. So, this is the thing. You have a ship, right? Ship has
Mhm.
sails, ship has hull and all things. However, there is a special material you need to get, and you should. I will give you, if you are accept this mission, give you the right materials for this. We need to get a special material that can't easily be mined. I mean, normally we dwarves mine anything, like we are the best at it. However, we have some troubles with a sediment golem. It's the only source of.
A golem.
Yeah, so the material that powers airships is the same material that powers golems.
Mm.
So, in very rare circumstances, this kind of rock comes in contact with magic, mostly wild magic, and then the ground around it becomes alive. So a dwarf mines it out, and then, like, just imagine you're mining a wall and then the wall punches you.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If we want to get our hands on this special material, then you need to take out the sediment golem. However, even our dwarven warriors are not up to the task. It's an incredibly powerful creature. It's both magical and physical.
Mm-hmm.
So there we stand. I mean, I want this fortress out of the way as much as you do. But until this is cleared, that no one is getting airships.
I was wondering, does this golem have some sort of weakness that you know of?
Look, I'm not very well versed in magic, and I think you should ask our guild about this if you really want to know more.
Well, we kind of were planning on visiting there just to have a bit of an informative discussion with one another.
Well, you can't
So-
just enter our guild. It's look, if you want to know, the secrets that this guild keeps is the most well kept secrets of our whole society.
Hmm.
Getting other people to know about it could be ruination to our own society. So I will write up certain conditions before you will go there, and if you accept them, then you can go talk to them. Is that clear?
Very well.
Crystal.
So if we take care of this golem for you, will you provide us with an airship?
We will provide you with if you manage to get us that material. So clear that golem, get the crystal.
Hmm.
Then I'll promise you we will aid you in getting that fortress to stop.
I look to the rest of my companions and like, well, we've dealt with big, angry problems before.
Yeah, but the thing is, he says help, not lend airship.
Well, that's a bit of a semantics.
I don't know.
Also,
I've
Leon,
talked to a lot of people, and those things matter.
Leon, have you ever flown an airship at all?
No, I've barely ridden a horse.
It might be in our best interest if they help us.
The dwarf king burst out into laughing. So you don't want it only to help us to get the airship in the air, but you also want to fly it?
No.
No, we'll take the help as much as we can.
I
Get.
mean, taking down the fortress will be a whole other thing, and I don't know what your role in it will be, but I think that's better that if we get up to that point, that we have a meeting with Saint Erwin, and then work out how we all gonna do this. However,
Mhm.
in any case, that airship remains our property.
Yeah, I mean that's actually fair. That, that's entirely fair.
Also, it's quite complex to run an air machine that burns up magic, so I
Mhm.
wouldn't recommend trying to fly such a thing yourself.
Yeah, perhaps a smaller version of it, but hmm, never mind. In any case, I think we'll accept this mission. We 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 would like to
I
help.
see not much of a different choice.
So, if you accept that, I will get the paperwork ready. You have to sign that. If you've signed it and accepted the terms, then I will continue getting you all the materials to get this mission done.
Hmm.
All
All
right.
right. Well, I say return to your inn, get some rest, and I will let you know when the paperwork is ready. Is that okay?
Yes, very
Absolutely.
well.
All right. And with that, you can ask questions if you want to. He asks you if you want to ask any more questions or details.
I think we should leave that to your magical guild, because, as you said before, they might know a little bit more about said creature than you personally. Correct?
About the creature, yes. You can't. You better not ask me about it. I
Yeah.
know a little bit, but I
So
can't gamble on getting it right.
I think we should better ask them the questions than you, with all due respect for your kingship and such.
Yes, but you might have some other questions about the city or wherever that monster is located, or there's anything.
Well, we'll check on that tomorrow. We wouldn't want to intrude on the knowledge of your minds without having done the proper paperwork and permissions and such.
Mm, yeah,
out of respect for you, of course.
sure. We'll talk about this when we get everything done. Right.
Mhm.
End of the meeting. See you all soon.
Yes. And we
Alright.
head off.
I take my leave.
Yeah, you are gently asked to l- leave the premises.
Gently yet firmly reminded
Yeah, gently yet firmly reminded that
to
you're
fuck off.
The
to
fuck
sod
off.
off. And yeah, with that, you leave the building. And I think for now, that's the end of what I have prepared.
Mhm.
Oh no.
I am so very sorry. Because after this, it's preparations and then dungeon time. However, I haven't finished the dungeon yet completely.
So we at least can't say next time we're going into the dungeon. Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're already in some sort of dungeon.
Yeah, in a
Mhm.
sense, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so next time, Dwarven Mines, and we need to go deeper.
And more
We
black
need to go
screens.
deeper. We need to go deeper into the dungeon. Yeah!
Whoa!
Damn, son.
Whoa!
So,
Yeah. That's crazy.
yes, it's very crazy. We have to go to dungeons into into the dungeon session.
Discussion.
Oh my
Disgusting.
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 So, I will call the end of the
Very
session
gross.
today. See you all in 2 weeks again, and have a good one.
Have a good one,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
everyone. Shout out
forget
to
to-
Sasarisa for
Yeah.
the art.
I was about
Can
to
I-
say that.
Can I make a small thing? I don't know, just checking the pulse here now.
Yeah.
So for if there is enough support for it, I have a thing in workings for a Leon body pillow thing. If there's any support, we are absolutely going to make this shit happen. If you want to show your support, you can either put it in the chat while we're playing, so either right now or next time, or join us on our Discord server and put it in there that you want it, because, you know, let's make it happen, because I kind of want it as well.
A body
Wow.
pillow of your own character, my friend.
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yes, our very own Into the Dungeon merch.
Merch. Merch.
Leon merch.
Now we
It's
need to
selling like a god church.
buy that
Well,
merch.
that's a way to end the session.
Yes. Wonderful. Anyway, good night, everyone, and see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.